Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What I'd like to do is kind of go over what do you need to know to be able to graph ellipses for conic sections. And when graphing ellipses, obviously we need to make sure that we know how to graph and plot points. But I think the main important thing that we really need to understand is, one, understand the definition of ellipse. Remember, the ellipse is for every point that is located on the ellipse is equidistant to both of our foci, all right? So understanding that definition, and not only understanding the definition, but also understanding what exactly is the equation, which I did not write down. All right, so once you have an idea of the definition, then you know that you're going to have some important points, which are those foci, which we're going to have to make sure we know how to determine, as well as determining the vertices and the foci and co-vertices, which I go into next. So when we're graphing, it's very, very important to not only understand how to determine the foci, the vertices, and the co-vertices, but also determine where is the major and minor axis. Are those remember, they're perpendicular to each other, and more importantly, is the major axis rather than minor axis. Is that major axis horizontal or is that vertical? Because based on that information, we can identify from the equations. So we have to know what the two different equations are, right? For a vertical major axis and for a horizontal major axis. Because even though we're going to be given one equation, there's two different ways that we can say, two different equations on if the major axis is horizontal or if it's vertical. And that's going to be based on the location of A and B in your denominator. So pretty much being able to understand those parts, as well as then knowing how to determine the foci, vertices, co-vertices in relation to your center, then you pretty much should be okay for getting started in this course for what is it you need to know for graphing ellipses. Thanks.